I need to know. Well, thank you. Apparently, you have to go to get to that one. So thank you. I'm going to check it out. Thank you for that advice. Probably the place that I come the most. It's the Bantam River, the boat launch is over there. This is White Memorial. And across is this cool little place that I like. It's just neat. We'll get in there, but we come here all the time. This is where you want me to fall in the water, isn't it? Yeah, I can tell. Look at that nice slope. I got some loose stuff, some pine needles, some roots sticking up. Man, imagine if I just like head first into that. The last time we were here, we'd come off an investigation. We stopped at the boat launch. And there was a baptismal going on. Camera person was this close to getting baptized. I could probably use a refresher. I know you want me to go down there, don't you? You just want me to fall in that water. All right, let's see if I can get that thing. Oh yeah, it's got potential. Why are you laughing? I got my own little beach here. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna fall in. I don't feel like falling in today. I don't feel like falling in today. I kind of do, actually. That's why it's not gonna happen. Ow. If you saw from my last video, I fell on my butt. And the person's still laughing about that. Apparently, I'm too serious. I take my squatching a little too serious, apparently. We just love this place. Let's see if I can't fall in over here. Who's getting this worm here? Oh, it's right here, see? And it's after this worm. You see that garter snake right there? So I mean, a lot of people say they're harmless. I grabbed a hold of one in the middle of his body instead of behind his head. He turned around and put some fangs in me. So they might not have venom, but they for damn sure have fangs, and he held on a little while. Go ahead and grab one mid, halfway across his body, so far enough that he can reach back and get you, and then tell me they're not harmless. That freaking wound was there for 2-3 weeks. It's a beautiful snake. Let's let him get his snack. He probably forged that out, so. It's just one of my favorite places, this little tiny bridge here. This Tanic water. I come here a lot. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? So that track does this, and then there. That was pushed down in there pretty far. And the sucker's in that deep. Let me step here next to it. Let's see. No. About the same size. All right, that to me looks like a bipedal upright hominid footprint. About the same size as the one we found yesterday, not far from here. One is in Bantam and one is in Litchfield. My footprint's about the same size, but I didn't go in nearly that deep, and I don't have toes. I wouldn't step in that with bare feet. Unfortunately, we don't have our plaster with us because we didn't. This is what happens every single time, and we're just going to have fun off to, not doing a CCIS thing, and bang, look what we find. So if you want to know where we are, that right there, okay? Squatching in White Memorial. I just love it. This flooded boardwalk. And it's free here. It's free. Cedar waxwing type of birds right there. This would be a great place to fall in, huh? Mud like that tannic water, all kinds of bugs in there. Get a couple leeches on me. It's cool now. So today we were at two places, the Hurley Farm Preserve in Morris, and that was cool. We were the first ones in there. That was brand new, really cool. But yesterday, and you'll see that episode should be coming out, I think, tonight. Prospect Mountain Preserve, and we got a good track there. Really good track. About the size of my footprint, but with toes and some gnarly mud and sticks and stuff in the middle of the woods. It made no sense. Oh, we got someone coming. And then now we're in the nature trail at White Memorial, and over on post number 9, we got an identical size print. It looked like a human footprint with toes, but about my size, 12 inches, just a lot deeper. And we're gonna let these squatchy people through. So at both of those places, the same size track would, to me, be a several-year-old juvenile. Let's assume it's a squatch, okay? And that's what we do. So we're not saying it is. We're just saying it seemed like a squatch print. So about that big, about 12-inch footprint, deep in the mud. both places, what they have in common is, of course, they're maybe within 10 miles of each other. Prospect Mountain Preserve and now White Memorial, post marker 9 on the nature trail, is that in both of these places there's no hunting, and there's a lot of game because there's no hunting. What that means is if you have juveniles, this is a great place to raise them, as we found the nest structure last year in White Memorial as well, along the Bantam River, and that's the Bantam River right there. So Bantam River, they're squatchy. We're getting eaten alive. We're gonna go a little bit further and go home and get some cooking going. Here you go. This is clearly a boot tread. Pretty large one, right? That's human boot tread. You can see the lines. And then something real interesting is that. Okay. Now I'm gonna step right next to that, okay? I'm gonna throw all my weight on it. Okay. You know what? Okay. That went in pretty far. Yep. Inconclusive. But it's not far from that other track. And we got a game trail right here. Let's see if there's a track in here. No. Well, that's about it for me. It's hot. It's summer. It's hot. Let's go up to this last bridge, see if there's any. Yeah, some premium skunk cabbage in here. Look at that stuff, huh? Look at that. It's a little out of season. A little bit out of season, but you know, you can still get some of the inner leaves if you wanna get really sick. All right, everybody, remember, track your way to our social media. We got some really good stuff coming up here, and we're doing a bunch of podcasts. We're having a great time. We're having a good time with all of this. So remember, like and subscribe, and check out our store, and send us your comments. You can laugh at me if you had a good time laughing with the camera person. I fell on my butt, then by all means make a comment about that. We want to hear if you want to see more of that stuff. But on behalf of this root ball and myself, we remind you it's all about getting out there. Yeah, that's funny. Haha.